Good morning. It's Feature Friday today, and we're going to look at is some of the new templates that we have in the DIY pages that are specific to product inserts. But when I show them to you, I think you're going to think about a million ways to use them beyond product inserts. So let me share my screen real quick. And we'll start in, oh, Eileen has the baby. So we're going to start in the dashboard of Pagewheel, and this is part of the product builder. So we're just going to go in here, and it's in the page by page builder. Do 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 do. It's applying magic, even though we don't have anything to apply magic to yet. All right, I'm good with my colors. We're gonna probably, on the next stage, I'm just gonna eliminate I'm gonna say no cover. And then these right now are in the photo pages. And you can see at the bottom here, there's two new things. There's this one, which is what I'm gonna use here. And there's two right now. We have, I've seen the designs for about 20. So there's more coming on that. We just wanted to get something going. So you can see what this is. Now, like philosophically, what this is let's say you have a store, maybe on Etsy or maybe on Amazon, where you're sending out a product that you want to get those people's email addresses or contact information so you can reach out and touch them again. So this is something that you could use for a bonus, for some additional information. And what you're going to add this into the packaging. But here again, there's a million uses for this when you think about it, because this might make a nice little sign next to a cash register at a retail environment where you want to get them signed up for something. So this is you could use these for cards. There's so many things that you could do. And also thinking about this in your own business in different ways, as like handing out cards, there's just anything in real life is kind of what we're trying to get the in real life people into your digital world. So you can see that this is set up to put your logo here. And then this is going to be the QR code generator. So what you're going to do in this case is you might have created some sort of freebie. Maybe it's a video, maybe it's a workbook, maybe it's it's a guide, maybe it's, a million things, a first chapter of the next book or something like that. So you'll want to have that the web address of that. I'm just going to use Kids Activities blog, my blog, so that what you can just see how this works. So basically, when they scan that QR code, they're going to go to the URL that's there. And there's also a lot of fun little things that you can put on the middle if you want to, to kind of just give them more information. So I'm going to just put that. And so we're going to upload that. Now, FYI, once you make the QR code, you could also download it for your own use down the road. I like to just have a folder. Well, I don't love folders. I have in my mind a folder, but they're actually scattered throughout of QR codes. And remember, you can always just check it, like just scan it and see where it goes. If you're like, oh, I saved this and I forgot to do that. All right, so we uploaded that. So here this is. So let's say that we're going to do bonus gift for you. And you could, of course, say, let's do this here. Bonus gift for a baby blanket that includes a sleeping guide for babies. So thinking about what would like that product, like if we're selling a baby blanket, a sleeping guide would be really good because babies don't generally sleep like they're supposed to. So thinking about that, so you could, and obviously you could run it up again if it wasn't exactly what you wanted, go back to the 1, 2, 3, 4 like it had before, add your logo here. welcome to better sleep. We've created this bonus gift of a sleeping guide for babies to offer sleep. So let's just go ahead and put that in there. All right. So let me go ahead and we'll do an AI image for the logo. So sleeping baby with a colorful pinwheel. Let me turn off my messages dinging left and right here. All right, let's add that.
Adorable.
Adorable. I feel like that is not baby safe to put that pinwheel next to them in a bed unsupervised, but we will we will let that roll for now. All right. So this, I'm happy with this. When they scan this, it's going to go to that sleeping guide. And so let's go ahead and do looks good next. Now, this is one of those things that if remember, we could make a whole website for this if we wanted to do that. But in this respect, we might just be wanting this digital product to send to a printer or to print ourselves here at home. And then that's something to think about. One of the things, so now I've downloaded that. We'll download the PDF here. So let's go to here. So here's that. So that file I can then send to the printer. I can print it here at home. We're going to have some additional ones that will be that are kind of created so that you could cut them or crop them into a different size if you don't want the 8.5 by 11, that kind of stuff. So once you get to that part of it, that there's lots of different ways you could do that. But here's something super simple that can grab that in real life person, whether it be in a package or in real life, in a flyer. Think of, even like to the point where in our elevator that like if there's a survey or something like that, that QR code is just something that is real easy for somebody on their phone in an elevator or in a flyer situation or in something that you drop off at their front door can get them connected to you in some way. So all sorts of really fun ways to use this. And we have the 2 templates right now, but there'll be more and more coming over the next few weeks. Any questions?
Holly, I just have to say thank you because I am so excited about this. Honestly, this is so weird. You actually read my mind this morning. I've been working on my programs and for what I'm going to offer and how I'm laying things out. And what I've decided, what I've been doing for my one-to-one coaching, I'm going to add Pagewheel into it and do some things. But I've been sending out these welcome boxes. It has like a candle. It's got a couple things specific to coaching, a couple books, and just like a welcome box because I charge like $3,500 a month for it. So, I want something really nice to go out at the beginning. And I've been thinking that I need like a card or something that would look really professional and try to figure out like, can I do this in Adobe myself? How do I do this? And you just did it for me in like 10 seconds.
Yay.
Awesome.
I love that
Awesome.
idea. So, and by the way, I used to send out a box too. In fact, my friend Mark, that's his business, is custom boxes. If you're ever looking for someone to do it for you and ship on your behalf. But he, and we used to have some kind of digital education modules that came by mail. Because one of the things that happens and we saw this so much through like the pandemic, is that people were just so sick of being online. They needed something tangible to see a value. And so I love that you've and by the way, if you do integrate in real life products into your digital thing, charge more because it is pricey to get that to them. But like my blogging coaching program, I had a series of books that I bought in bulk that I would send them once a month and that kind of thing. So that it was something, hey, I just got something from Holly in the mail. Oh my goodness, I need to go into that group. I need to, catch up on these things. It's just a tangible way to do that. So I love the idea of adding in the QR codes. The other thing I would mention is I know it's like so old school to have business cards, but when you are like out and about, like real, like that's kind of our like our area, but the real world still uses business cards to a certain extent. And when you are even at a conference or at a, meeting with other digital people, like it takes a minute to sit down and exchange information with whatever. If you just hand them a card, they can scan it at their leisure and throw it away. And that gives you also the ability to give them some sort of fun gift, which is kind of fun too. So don't like despair, especially since business cards are so inexpensive these days. It's just a way you could even just create a bonus card. It wouldn't even have to have much about you if you wanted to. Eileen.
Okay, I just recently got business cards and I put a QR code on it that links them directly to my appointment calendar.
I love that.
I was thinking also, it's super easy, even if you find, come up with a printed card that you like, to then create QR code stickers that you could put on the back of your card to link to a freebie or a lead magnet or whatever that you want to link to, because then you can change it up. So like maybe you're going to an event specifically targeting women, and you have a lead magnet specifically targeting women. Well, print out little stickers. I mean, Avery makes stickers in every size imaginable under the sun. Run them through your home printer, stick them on the back of some cards, and you're good to go.
I love that idea.
And yes, he's passing out on me, but
your baby doesn't need a sleeping guide. My baby's needed a sleeping guide.
The thing is, I'm incredibly fortunate to have been able to spend time with him every day since he's been home from the hospital. So he's very comfortable with Nana.
I love it. Lana.
Okay, I have another idea too that I use, and Nikki, this is something that you could use for your box really good. And that is, okay, so let's say you're out in the store and you're talking to someone about someone and they ask you what you do, and you say, well, I'm an author, I write books. And then, oh, you're an author, you write books, and what kind of books, et cetera, et cetera. You get into a conversation. Well, and then you say, well, here, and I have a little bracelet that I have. People love those bracelets that they put on their arm, and these go really great in boxes. And on the bracelet, I have my website, givingjesus.com. I am love. And I have these in blue for I am faith. I have them green for I am hope. And so I just wear these. And so when I'm talking to someone in a store, I just take my bracelet off and I'd say, here, you can have this. This is how you can get to my website. And then they go, oh, get a bracelet? Oh, great. So they put the bracelet on. They immediately put the bracelet on. And, but everybody likes these. I get the little thin ones, but a lot of people like the little bit thicker ones. And so, anyway, this is really a great thing because it's kind of hard to reach in your pocket and get a business card, but you're like wearing your business card.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Anyone else have anything about this? And I'm looking for the contact for you, Nikki. I'll put it in the thing.
I'm just going to say this will be faster than typing it, but Kim, I have to tell you that Taylor Swift comment. I was thinking about that. I'm in Kansas City, and let me tell you what, bracelet mania has hit. You can't go to the grocery store around here without seeing everybody, even guys, having bracelets on these days. So that's a great idea. And go Chiefs. I'm sorry. I had to say it. It just came out. It leaked. It leaks out. It leaks out. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry, actually. I'm honest. Okay, I'm going to mute myself before I make somebody mad.
I just dropped the custom box agency information in the
Hey, thank
chat.
you. Do you happen to know off the top of your head, does he do like one at a time boxes? Because I don't take a whole lot of
I think
individual coaching.
he does everything, I think. Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he
That's
does
great.
yeah, he does all sorts of stuff, and he has a warehouse in Austin. Yeah.
Oh,
He's
I'm
yeah,
thank you
I
for
like
that
literally have
referral.
seen him from idea to this really cool company from start to finish.
That's awesome. You guys were talking at the beginning here, I think, KJ, about memberships and things and stuff like that. And part of why I'm here is my goal is actually to work less and make more this year. So I am on a mission to see how little I can work and how much I can make working less than I did last year. So automation is it.
Yeah, and I think that's something to look at. Like if you are doing just one thing every once in a while, if you can find someone to outsource that thing for, and that's also something that can be scaled over time. So you may create and send out the first few boxes, this year, but as you scale, you'll be like, oh, let's offload this because it's becoming, a big issue in my house if I don't have teenagers to pay $8 an hour for, although they demand so much more these days. So I, I don't understand it. It's like we've made them this way.
So are you saying that he does subscription boxes too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
He can do everything from creation of those subscription boxes, like designing them and fulfilling them, or any part of that along the way. No,
Okay,
really good stuff.
that's great.
Yeah. So in fact, he's a good friend of Rachel's as well, which is super funny because we met him different, like different ways. And he was up here a few
What
months
was his name
ago.
again?
Mark Stern.
What was his
Mark
huh?
Stern. Yeah.
Mark Stern. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, Jennifer says I used to pay my kiddos a nickel to a quarter for every bucket of rocks they picked up on our property. We did that with golf balls. Like, wait, and it's so funny because we lived like there was like a forest between us and the golf course, and so you'd have to be a really, really good bad golfer to even get close to our house. There was a lot of really good bad golfers. So we couldn't actually see the golf course, but all right. We'll open it up to anything in the whole world for Q&A. That's always fun. Anybody having anything they want to talk about or something that they're doing that they want help with? It's not just me, it's everybody smart in here. So
I have a quick question.
sure, Sean.
So I was getting the formatting and whatnot done for my book, and I know that there's all kinds of services and apps and programs out there. It's a little like getting a drink from a fire hose, but um, I with my ADHD brain, I'm like, I can do this. And so hours and hours and hours later, when I finally get it figured out, uh, there's just a lot of frustration and whatnot. So within Pagewheel, is there something maybe, or can there be something that we can, because I heard you say something about that we can format the page size from 8.5 by 11 uh, down. Are we going to have, is there any plans, or can there be any plans to create something that's a little more detailed?
A little more different size, what you're saying.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
like if you're trying to make a cover
Right.
or whatnot.
So, this, like, we don't have this on the next month or two, but my thought process would be that we would open that up to uploads first, meaning that you could upload a different size in its entirety, because anything you added to it within our system would be that 8.5 by 11, which would be problematic. And so, like, if you had like a regular size, like book. And then you wanted to, just upload the entire book in there, then that would be possible. So would that be helpful as a starting place, do you think, Sean, or do you need more than
Yeah.
that?
No, I mean that would be good to start with
Okay.
because the book's size is the book size. And
Right.
so,
We don't want
you
to
want
force you
to,
all into workbug size reading
right.
material. Okay. Yeah, and until that happens, one of the ways that people have done that is use Pagewheel as a gateway to then put that in a Dropbox or in a Google Drive, that then that link would go onto that delivery page, so that they wouldn't get to that until, they wouldn't know that Pagewheel's not delivering it, that you would have that from a different source. So that's kind of the workaround until we actually have the ability for you to upload that within the system.
Yeah. So yeah, because currently I was just going to do something similar to that, just link them to my website
Yeah.
to be able to
Yeah.
give the
Yeah.
offer there.
So you would really be using, it's kind of like the early days where you wouldn't even need to hack it with a digital product. You could just use the website, build the website and then just use that link on that delivery page to wherever you want to send them.
Got it.
So you're using it as a gate to get
Right,
them
right.
their information or their payment.
Beautiful.
Yep. Sandy.
Thank you for bringing that up, Sean. I've had a few people recommend that I design like a year's worth of cards for people to purchase. And because our cards are 5x7, what I thought I would do is use the template part of Canva for two reasons. That way they'll get the right size of the card. And also, if it's a template and they want to make some tweaks, they can.
I love that.
So that's how I was thinking of doing that. So thank you.
Just for clarification for those of you who aren't following is, so you'd be creating basically a website, and then on the delivery page, you would have the links to those Canva templates so that they could grab them and alter them as needed.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I love that. Great use. Super cool. I love Coach KJ says, I leave one on every toilet paper holder I encounter. Is that a card you have? Because I love this idea.
It's my business cards. Whenever I go into the public bathroom and I pee, I sit down, I put a business card on the toilet paper holder every time. They're all over Hickory, North Carolina.
This is guerrilla marketing at its best. I love how you're when a woman is at her lowest.
That's right.
I'm not feeling pretty right now.
Have you gotten any customers that way?
I've gotten a few from where people have said, someone gave me your business card, or I found your business card. I never know if it's been in the toilet or not, but
it's probably not one of those things that they're like, hey, I was in the bathroom.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So there you go. Adding that, I love that. Love it so much. All right, anything else anybody has? I'm going to release you out into the world to have an amazing weekend. And we are picking up steam on a lot of the little tweaks that were it wasn't working or it was annoying. So keep that feedback coming. We've knocked out a ton of those this week. I know Rachel started on the mission last week, and I feel really good about where we are today. Where's wood that I can knock on? So that's just going to get bigger and better as we go forward. Elva, the Amazon replay, that is a really good question.
I'm like
literally
1 minute from being done. So
literally just messaged Rachel about that this morning. I have not heard back from her. So if she has that, we're gonna get that. I'm gonna try to get that online this weekend. If she doesn't, we're gonna start creating a Amazon hub of knowledge on the website and that's learn.pagewheel.com. Or just message me through the live chat so I can feed you those links to there, because we know that like the Amazon section that's brand new has very little like, how to amongst it. So we need to do that. So I'll keep you posted on that, and I'll remind Janine about it on Monday. So whatever resources we put on into play, I'll have her make sure that she knows about to announce those on Monday. So, all right, guys, have an amazing weekend. Love you all.
Thanks, Holly.